Hey everyone, Steve here. So in this video, I want to quickly talk about tracking links and why they're so important, and why you should be doing tracking in your business. If you're promoting your own product, or maybe you're promoting affiliate products, or doing some paid ads, or you're doing some social media or anything like that, it's really important to be tracking where your results are coming from. So if I look in my back office of my tracking technology here, which I'm using ClickMagick, I'm actually promoting one particular offer, but I've got 3 different funnels that I'm sending people to. So just to show you the power of using tracking, so I'm sending traffic, and some is paid ads and some are free ads, but especially particular for the paid ads, I'm paying for ads to send people to this offer. And as you can see here, I've got one particular funnel that's outperforming the other one. This is actually getting about 3 times the opt-in rate than what this funnel here is getting. So this is the action conversion rate, and this is the unique visitors. So unique visitors is how many clicks I'm getting to that funnel, and the action conversion rate is how many actions. And in this case, the action is someone who leaves their name and email. So that's an opt-in. So that's important to know when you're building your list of email subscribers. Okay, so your list is just people who are interested in the topic of your business. So you can then send them content, and you can send them newsletters later on and promote to them later on. But basically, this funnel here, and this is my sales conversion. So I can see from this particular funnel, I'm getting 3 times as many people opting into that promotion, and I've already had some people purchase, or one person purchase. So I know that this funnel here is performing a lot better than this one. So which one am I going to invest more of my time and more of my dollars into? Right, it's going to be this one. So I can actually break it down even further. So if I come down and look at the individual links. All right, so now that I know which funnel is actually working better, which funnel is performing better, I can now go into it and see which of my ads are performing better, or which target audience is more responsive to that funnel as well. So as you can see, I'm running a few different ads from, these are Bing pay-per-click ads, and then I've also got some stuff going on Facebook and some stuff happening on Instagram. So as you can see from here, the conversion rate between my Bing ads, between the different ad groups that I'm targeting, and these are people who are searching for different specific things, so they're not all searching for the same thing. It's people with a different user intent. So they're all going to Bing to search for something in particular, and they're slightly different. So this group of people here are actually more responsive to opting in. They're leaving their name and email address, but they're not really converting. They're not really buying or resonating with the product as much. Whereas this group of people here, while I'm not getting as much conversion, they're a bit more specific in what they're searching for. So when they do come through, I'm getting more people. A high percentage of people actually resonate with the product, with the message and with the product, and then they've gone on to purchase. So obviously this is incredibly useful information to have, and the whole reason why you want to be tracking, because you want to know where your leads are coming from and where your sales are coming from, and what kind of people, what kind of ads you're putting out there, and what kind of people are responding best to your message, because that's then where you want to focus your efforts on. So if I just show you over here, all right, this is a bunch of links from different ads that I was putting out there to promote a product. And as you can see here, out of all these different ads and group of people that I've been marketing to, you can see where my actions are coming from, where my opt-ins are coming from, and I can see where my sales are coming from. And once I set all this up, like using tracking softwares like this can be a bit difficult in the beginning, just to get your head around everything. But once you spend a bit of time just using it and you get used to it, man, it just runs itself. I don't have to spend my time with Excel spreadsheets. I used to do it all on Excel before, and it literally used to take me an hour at least every day just to get all the data, put it in, and do all the stuff manually. With this, it costs a bit more, but once I set it up, I can just run it, and it's going to print out for me exactly where my sales are coming from and where my leads are coming from. So obviously, if you're spending money, so all these clicks here, let's say what an average spend per click, if you're running ads, usually could be $1 per click, or you can get it down to 80 cents, 50 cents per click, depending on your targeting. But let's just say it was $1 per click. So out of all these clicks, that's almost 800 clicks. That's almost $800, give or take, that I would have spent on these ads, right? So it's critical that I want to know exactly which of my ads and which of my targeting is performing. Where are my sales coming from? Because that is information that I will use to then invest more of my time in creating content for that particular audience, and to continue running those ads. I mean, obviously the ones that aren't working, that aren't getting any leads or aren't getting any sales, I want to cut them and stop running those. And then I want to keep investing in the ones that are working. So I'd highly recommend that you start using tracking, using link tracking in your business. If you don't know how to do it, I mean, you can just go to YouTube for free. I mean, ClickMagick is a pretty good software that I'm using at the moment, and they've got, where is it? Help, video tutorials. If I open that, if you've already got a business set up and you've already got your websites and you've already got your promotions, but you're not really doing tracking and you just want to know how to do it, I mean, you can come here and the software has all these videos teaching you how to do everything anyway. So very easy to learn how to do it. Or you could just go to YouTube and say, how do I use ClickMagick tracking links? And they'll teach you everything anyway. Or if you're thinking that this whole thing is just very complicated and you want to know how to build your promotion pages, how to get all your domain names, how to get tracking links, how to use rotators, how to cloak your links, how to set this all up, how to run promotions, how to find products, and how to do everything from scratch. There's a really good course that I'm actually doing at the moment which teaches you all that, and in fact that's where I learned how to do all this stuff. It's pretty cool. I'll leave a link for that in the description of this video if you guys want to check that out. But look, I highly recommend you start doing tracking in your business. So to summarize, I want to give you 5 quick tips to help you get started with tracking in your business. So tip number 1 is understanding that you need to be doing tracking in your business. I don't care how you do it. You can do it manually if you want. It's free and you can do it on Excel spreadsheets, but you need to be knowing where your leads are coming from. You need to be knowing where your sales are coming from, and you need to be knowing what kind of audience is responding better to your offer. And then when you have your different pages, you maybe want to know which page or which message you're putting out there is responding better to your market as well. Because again, if you're paying for paid ads or if you're doing any kind of advertising for your business and you are paying, you're either paying with your time and your effort or you're paying by running paid ads, you want to know where to invest your time and money. Otherwise, you run the risk of spending money every month on ads and nothing seems to be working, and you go around in circles banging your head on a brick wall, not getting anywhere, not making any sales, and you don't know why. This sort of stuff tells you why, and it's a really good indicator of how you're performing. So that was number 1. Tip number 2, consider getting a really good tracking software if you're not already using one. It's going to save you so much time, and it gives you all the data, it gives you everything you need. And that's going to help you with tip number 1. So tip number 1, understand you need to be doing tracking in your business. Tip number 2, consider investing in a really good tracking software. Tip number 3 is practice. This is not something you're going to pick up overnight. It does take a lot of practice and it takes a lot of time to get used to it. It's just like learning to use a skateboard or learning to do surfing or learning to ride a bicycle for the first time or learning how to drive a car for the first time. It's something that will take practice and you sort of get a bit of a feel for it. And I'd say, look, it takes a good 3 weeks of just playing around, testing around with things until you get a feel for how the particular software works. And a lot of your effort and work is going to be with setting things up in the beginning. Once you've set it up, it pretty much just runs itself and you just log in and track how everything's performing. So don't be afraid of spending the time to invest how to learn how to do tracking in your business. Step number 4, once you're running tracking, the name of the game is feed the stallions and starve the ponies, all right? So what you want to do is find out, do a lot of different testing, find out what works, and then invest more into that. And then whatever is not working, you stop it. You cut it off, you cut those ads, you stop doing that thing, you take that page down, but then what you do is you create another page or another ad that's going to compete with the one that's working. And you constantly want to compete with your highest performing ads and content and trying to outperform yourself. So that's step number 4. And step number 5, when it comes to traffic, don't just go in. This is the mistake I made, and I really want to save you guys from doing this. Don't just jump in and spend like $2,500 on buying a traffic package from some person you don't even know, right? People are always going to tell you, look, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You're going to make sales. You just got to put enough traffic through the system. It doesn't work that way. I mean, this is a skill that you really need to learn. If you learn this skill for yourself, it's something that you'll never have to depend on anyone else for in your business. So if you're buying traffic from someone you don't know, you're depending on someone else for your results. If you learn how to do this, and you might be start off with like $5 a day with paid ads. Like what I do personally is I do one traffic strategy that's with paid ads and I try to do one free. So it sort of offsets the risk a little bit. So, I'm spending about $5 a day on paid ads and I just test different things. I see what works, what doesn't work. And then I keep the ones that work, I keep them running. And then I do free on the side because I've got a bit of extra spare time. So it might be frustrating at the beginning because going at $5 a day is pretty slow. So, you're maybe going to get like 10, 20 clicks a day, but it's better to start off slow, actually see what's working and then start to scale up than to trust someone you don't know spend $2,500 or $3,000 with them buying traffic only to get no results. And then when you go back to them and say, hey man, you told me this thing was going to work, and they turn around to you and go, oh, yeah, it's just a numbers game, you know, so maybe you were unlucky, so just spend another $2,000. And I hear that advice is going around a lot in this industry. So look, this is a skill set that you've got to practice, you've got to learn, develop, but if you get good at it, it's something that'll serve you for life. So look, definitely consider using traffic in your business. If you have absolutely no idea where to start or what to do or how to build promotions and you want to learn all that stuff, consider taking on the challenge. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. It's something that I'm doing, and that's where I learned how to do everything. And I think that, especially for beginners, it will definitely speed up the learning curve and teach you how to do everything from scratch. So that's it. Hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.